Hello everybody, it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a sort of almost full face, just a video where I'm testing some newer products. So there are some things that I got a couple of days ago that I've been using for about a week or so. And then I have like one product that's new, so it's just going to be a bunch of sort of newer stuff that I'm going to be testing out today, sort of all together. And a couple things that I haven't shown on my channel before. I am going out with some of my friends later, so I'm going to be doing more of a dramatic makeup look today, so that'll be pretty fun. So I guess we'll just go ahead and get right into it. So I'm just going to start off, of course, with my Milani SPF BFF. This makes my skin just feel so nice and hydrated. This is obviously not a newer product just because this is one of my favorites. If you have been on my channel before, you'll know that I use this in pretty much every video. I do use this like every single day. And then I'm going to take my Stila One Step Correct Skin Tone Correcting Brightening and Primer. This one is another one of my favorite primers. I have gone through an entire bottle of this before. This is actually my second bottle. It is so good. It's like a correcting primer, so it has a little bit of green in it, but it just goes over my skin and makes it look so smooth, and it really creates like a flawless base for any of my products to go on top of. And this is like my typical everyday routine, so I figured I would use like my regular primers since I'm testing out like a new sort of foundation or like skin tint. It's the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrops. I've seen multiple people test this out before. And there's this girl that I am subscribed to on YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. Her name is Ashley Rebecca. She makes really great videos, and this is like her favorite thing ever. So I'm very excited to try it out. Fenty Beauty Eavesdrops. So I have the shade 3, which I think was like a fair or like a light, more neutral or something like that. So hopefully the shade is good. Oh yeah, that actually looks like it'll be kind of perfect. So I'm very excited for that. So this is what the bottle looks like. It is very cute. And then again, I got the shade 3. So I'm just gonna, actually, maybe I should like shake it up first. Oh, it's not really liquidy. I don't know why I always had this in my mind that it was like a matte formula, but I don't think it is, because I always see people saying that it's like good for dry skin. So I don't know where I got that it was like a matte formula in my head. But I'm just going to go ahead and take my regular foundation brush and just kind of blend that out. And the color looks pretty perfect. I actually really love that. It's really pretty. I love the finish. It's definitely like a glowy finish. It's not matte. I don't even know why I thought that. But Sephora was having their like 20% off sale, like 20% off of all foundations and stuff. So I figured that this is finally the time to test it out. And after seeing so many people like talking about it and giving it such good reviews, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. And I am very happy that I did. I think that this is gonna become like one of my new everydays. I'm just gonna add a little bit more right onto this cheek over here, just because I have a little bit more redness. And I feel like the coverage is kind of decent. Like I could probably get away with doing no concealer, but I will do concealer just because I want to. I don't know where my Kokie concealer is. I'm still working on that. It's like pretty much empty, so I'm just going in with this Bareminerals Bare Skin Concealer. I think they did discontinue this, but they released like the Bare Pro Concealer, and it's supposed to be like the like revamped version of this if you were interested. I am curious to try that out, but I have a couple more concealers, and like I already have this one, which is still kind of new because I bought it right before they discontinued it, because it's one of my favorites. So I'm gonna wait till I use that one up, and then maybe I'll check out the new one that they came out with. Alright, so blended out the concealer, did a really good job covering up any spots that I had, and of course like canceling out any darkness on my under eyes. So now we're gonna go ahead in with some cream products. So of course I'm going in with my e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. I have the shade Honey Drip. It is so good. As you can see, I've been using this a ton. This is actually kind of a newer product, but I've been using it literally every single day since I got it, because it is like my ride or die now. Like I can't go a day without using this. Even if I'm not wearing foundation, I just like to hit like the top of my cheekbones and my forehead with it, and like my nose, and I feel like it just makes such a difference. So let me go ahead and apply this. And the brush that I'm using is the Yenza Silk Bronzer brush. It like fits perfectly in. I was using the Putty Blush brush, but I like this one because I feel like I can like, I don't know, it's just a little bit bigger and like a little bit more dense, so I feel like it just applies the product and like blends it out very quickly. Like look at that, it's just like the prettiest color. Like the shade is perfect on me. It is so blendable. I don't know, I just really, really love it. Now I'm going to go in with the Tower 28 Beach Please Cream Blush in the shade Magic Hour. This has been another one that I have absolutely been loving. You can see I've been using it quite a bit now. And this, I actually do take the e.l.f. Putty Blush brush. I feel like this is one of the better ways to apply it because this is more of like a stippling brush. So I like this for my creams. It just applies really, really gently. And I'm obsessed with the color. It looks light in the pan, but then on my face, I feel like it goes on like a pretty, like, noticeable color. And I don't know, I just love it. It creates such a pretty base. And like this combined with the e.l.f. one, I just feel like these products are so beautiful. And like they've literally become like staples in my makeup routine. And I don't know, I'm just literally obsessed with these. Like, I feel like that's such a beautiful color. My skin looks so good. I really, really love that Fenty, the Fenty Eavesdrops. I feel like it looks beautiful on my skin, and all my products that I'm obsessed with are going over really, really well. All right, then for my powder, normally I am a loose powder person, especially for my under eyes, or else I feel like they crease very easily. But this is the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. I've seen Angelica Oles use this before, and it looks so beautiful on her skin. It is a very messy powder, but I've been using it a ton. You can see it is like when you tap into it, it kind of gets like everywhere. So you do go through it pretty quickly, but it's so beautiful. Like, I just feel like it's kind of worth it to me, to be honest. I have used quite a bit of this. It's normally domed like when you first get it, and then I just take my regular brush that I use for like my loose powder, and then I do the same thing, just tap out any creasing and then just set like I would with a loose powder, because it kind of like loosens up as soon as you touch it, and it kind of basically turns into a loose powder. But the formula on this is so pretty, and I get like zero creasing when I use this, like even better than when I use like some of my favorite loose powders. So I don't know, I'm just obsessed with this powder, and even though it is expensive, I just feel like for me personally it's worth it, because powder is the one thing that I am like very, very picky about. So to find one that I love this much is like amazing. I'm gonna take like my big fluffy brush and go in with my Becca Light Shifter Finishing Veil. I have the shade Scattering 1, and then I'll just really, really lightly kind of go over like my cheeks and whatever else. Just kind of use this as like a finishing powder over the rest of my face. Then for bronzer, I have this little mini bronzer. This is the Balm Bronzilla, and this I got in my Ipsy, and I actually really, really like it. The packaging that it came in is like kind of bad because it has to like fold in, but the product itself is really good. It's obviously just a little mini size, but I do really like it. It's a little bit of like a more warm color than what I typically go for. Like I'll swatch that out on the back of my hand, and then I'll swatch out, normally I've been using the Too Faced Sun Puppy bronzer, which is a little bit lighter. So this is the Sun Puppy, and then this is the Bronzilla, but I like both of them. This is a matte bronzer, which is fine because I've been going in with a little bit of a more glowy blush on top, so I don't mind too much, but I just really like the tone of it, and I feel like it has like pretty good lasting power, so that's why I'm going with this today. And I haven't used it on my channel before, and I have been using it, so did want to share it with you guys. And then of course I'm going to take some of that just down my neck just to make sure everything matches. Okay, so I might add a little bit more at the end for now, but I'm just going to leave it at that. For blush, I'm going to take my MAC Warm Soul Mineralized Blush. This isn't a new one. It's kind of an old favorite actually, but I'm just going to go super gently with this. The Tower 28 one is pretty pigmented still, so I'm not going to go like super crazy, but I just like to layer just for extra longevity. Right, then for highlight, I also don't have another newer highlight. I'm also going to go in with another MAC product, and this is the MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish. I don't want anything like too crazy, and this one is very like skin-like and not super glittery or anything like that. It's just kind of like a beautiful shine. So I think happy with my choice for my highlight today. I feel like that's nice and pretty. I'm just going to take some of my setting mist. This is the Milk Makeup Setting Spray, the Hydro Grip one. I only have a little bit of this left. It's pretty good, but I feel like I'm ready to move on and try newer ones. And then no new lip products, but I'm just going to take my Tarte Buttered Rum. It's getting kind of hard to scrape out some of the product, but it's just so pretty, like I just have to wear it. I'm so sad that this was like a limited edition shade from like the holiday collection last year, and they came out with another like Maracuja Juicy Lip kit, but it didn't include those shades. It just includes like the regular shades that they have. But this is so pretty. It's like the most beautiful neutral brown, like pinky rosy sort of color. I don't know, it's just like my perfect color, but they don't make it anymore, and I'm really sad because I've almost used up the entire thing, so I'm gonna have to try to find that like secondhand. Also, I like changed out some of my earrings, and I feel like they look really cute. I got them off Amazon. These ones my boyfriend just got me, and then the hoops came in the pack, and then the like star and the moon came in the pack, so I just put those in, and I feel like they're super cute. I like them. It's a little bit different. Then for my brows, I also don't have any other new products, so I'm just going to go in with my two regular ones, which is the MAC Eyebrows Styler in the shade Spiked and my Kosas Air Brow. So I'm just going to do those off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, so eyebrows are done. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do for my eyes today, but I think I'm going to go in with my Marina palette. I recently did an eyeshadow declutter video, which should be up by now, and I was talking about how this is my favorite palette. And it's like so pretty. I feel like I want to go with that today. Later I'm just going to wear like a black shirt and like some jeans, I think. So I can really do whatever my heart desires. I think I'm going to do a little like purpley pinky moment, and then of course do some eyeliner. So let's see. I think I'm going to start off and just go in with the shade Love, which is a little bit more of a like pinky type shade. And I'm just going to put that kind of all over, blend it out, then just take whatever is left on the brush and bring a little bit underneath. Then I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna take this shade over here called Soul, which is a little bit more purple, and I'm gonna stamp that on like the outer part and like kind of really like gently sort of blend that in, like not bringing it in all the way, like just sort of kind of like up to there. Right, so I think that looks pretty nice. I think I might take a little bit of a smaller brush and take this shade Volatile and kind of do a little bit of like a deeper outside edge. Yeah, I'm just going to take this bit of like a smaller brush and like deepen that up just a little bit more. And then I'm really going to smoke out my lower lash line with this shade. And then I'm just going to like kind of wipe that brush clean, and I'm going to go back in with the Love shade and blend that on the outer edge just to kind of get the pink to stand out a little bit more, because I feel like we lost it just a little bit blending out with some of those deeper shades. And then just going back over with my original brush just to blend out those edges. And then I'm going to take the small brush again, and I'm going to take this shade here called Base, which is just kind of like a satiny cream shade, and I'm going to take that right on my inner corner and kind of swoop it up just to, I don't know, I feel like I saw Allie Glines do this in a video a while back, and I feel like it just adds like a little something. I feel like it looks very pretty, and I'm going to take that also on my brow bone. Then for my lid shade, I think what I'm going to do, I'm a little bit torn. I'm going to take the shade Celestial, which is this purple color, and I'm just going to pop that over, just kind of all over my inner portion of my lid. But I think I'm going to take another color as well. I'm just going to kind of see how that ends up coming out. So that's pretty, but I'm going to take the color here called Rose Gold, which is actually like a very pretty, like darker shade. It almost has like a bit of a like duochrome to it. I feel like it has like a deep base and then like really pretty shift. So I'm going to take that kind of same brush and on the outer part, put that on like, not the inner part of my eye, but a little bit on the outer part, just because it's like a very pretty color. I don't know, I just feel like I really like this shade. So I am getting a little bit of fallout. I'm just going to take my brush and kind of whisk that away a little bit, just because the ABH powders are like pretty soft, so fallout isn't super uncommon. And then just because I'm feeling extra crazy, I'm going to take the color called Dreamer, which is a little bit of a lighter one, and I'm going to put that just on the very inner portion just to keep it nice and bright on the inner part. So I'm pretty happy with how that looks. It's just like a more purpley, like cool toned sort of look, and I feel like it's looking pretty good. So yeah, I love this palette. It's a little bit different than what I would normally go for. Like normally I would probably take the shade like Incense, Volatile, and like the Rose Gold color and keep it more brown, but I wanted to kind of play around with some of the like more pinky purple shades in the palette. So I'm pretty happy with how that came out. I think it looks nice. All right, so then for my lashes, I'm just gonna go in with my Grande Lash Waterproof and the Maybelline Falsies Push-Up Mascara. This is like, I've had it for a while, but I've never used it. And I've really been liking this combination. I feel like my lashes look pretty good. So I'm just gonna go ahead, curl my lashes, apply this mascara, and I'll be right back after that. Lashes and liner are on. I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video and enjoyed watching me testing out a couple of new products, but that is all I have for today, so I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!